You may notice some of my numbers are a little different here. That's because this is a take 2 or 3 or I don't know. I don't know how you want to count that, but short version is I found a health upgrade. I can't uncollect those, so I'll point out where I found it. Here's the refinery. Boris said to cut our way in, and, well, cut what we will. And in here, we see an old friend, my beloved forklift. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. It's not a Metal Gear game until you see a forklift. Oh, we've got some other old friends here. Kogeko, or tripods as they call them in this game. So, as you can see, they like to grab you and explode, much like MGS4. They're not the strongest foes, but they are numerous and belligerent. Excuse me, just gonna grab me by the spine there. Usually that doesn't mean in the literal sense, but, you know. Oh, they are pesky little fellows. Especially on the higher difficulties. They are some of the most annoying enemies you can fight. Dumpster. Unfortunately, we can't enter it, but we did protect the forklift, so as far as I'm concerned, that C rank is an S rank. Make your own entrance.
Don't say if it is team must be in here. Find him.
And here we see yet another familiar thing. A gun camera. There's a couple ways to deal with those. Of course, we could use the tried and true MGS1 method of shooting missiles at them. We get a new item here, the jam grenade. It's a chaff grenade. We use them just like how we do in prior games. And they work exactly the same. They make the same sound and everything.
Right. Wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
So yeah, we're in a facility with IR sensors, gun cameras, forklifts, very gray color scheme. Truly, we are in Metal Gear world. There's a gun camera up ahead there.
Camera is integrated with enhanced mode.
Let's just take care of that. Again, like I said, the MGS1 method works. The reason you might want to do that is to come up this way, because you can't see it from back there, but the IR sensors, they cover the staircase. More of these up ahead, and again, it's very Shadow Moses in here. Not quite as blue. A lot more gray. By the way, you can just attack those in the air as well. Now this is starting to look a bit like that one room in Peace Walker. Oh, and we see there's guys up here as well. The one with all the IR sensors where we fought Python. I said Peace Walker, didn't I? I obviously meant Portable Ops, although there is a room kind of like this in Peace Walker as well. Might surprise you to hear there are a lot of facilities in Metal Gear. A lot of them look kind of the same, but this one might look particularly familiar because this is the one in the Metal Gear Solid Rising trailer. They actually reused it here. I think I'm just going to deal with you. And luckily, again, we kind of go by MGS1 rules. No one cares too much about that. They do get a caution, but, you know, no one's alerted to our presence yet. Good old video game stealth. Okay, let's see where everyone's kind of scrambled to. Someone's coming over here. But he's turning around. That's good. Oh. He might have seen us. It'd be very nice if I had a cardboard box. Alright, well, I think we can run up on this dude. Nope! That's fine. So since I'm having to redo this segment, I got that now! Didn't quite get his arm, but that's fine. I got it in the prior playthrough. No one else? Alright. So that's done by double tapping forward and pressing triangle. And as you can see, it's basically Stinger from Devil May Cry. It's Stinger 2, more accurately, because it goes forever. If it hits an enemy, you can go immediately into Blade Mode, but you can also just simply cancel out of it with Blade Mode. I might show that off, but I'm not going to go out of my way to. If it comes up, I'll point it out. Another new collectible in here. Well, I don't have access to a cardboard box, but this guy sure does. It's one of the Men in Boxes, or MIBs. Again, I collected him before, so you don't get to see Kevin point him out, but they're another collectible that I can't remember what unlocks. You can kill them, of course, but I respect the box hustle, so I'll let him live. Nope. You know, I think the reason I said Peace Walker rather than Portable Ops is it's a lot of this yellow color. Peace Walker really started the safety yellow in Metal Gear. Here's these iconic fans from the Metal Gear Solid Rising trailer, and down here was where the health upgrade was. It was in a locked item box that you just need to go into Blade Mode and cut open. Again, I already grabbed it, but there'll be more. Unless I forget where all of them are, which is a distinct possibility. Boop. Let's see. I believe if you don't collect it and just come out this way, there's a little Easter egg on that platform. I'll show that off my next playthrough. Because I am still going to do a New Game Plus on a higher difficulty, but let's make our way up here. Well, that's definitely a boss arena, and that's definitely Mistral.
I was wondering when you'd come, Jack the Ripper.
No one calls me that anymore. Dosaev, where is he?
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
You're in charge here?
I am Mistral, the cold wind of France. And you, your reputation precedes...
Look at those heels she's got.
Liberian, but white as snow.
Like a motorcycle throttle.
Killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was born in Algeria myself, you know. I'm only half French.
And?
We had our own civil war.
So remember in MGS4
So you see,
how we just had Drevin's bedtime stories, and of course MGS3, the Cobras, they didn't talk much about themselves. We are so back. We are back to classic Metal Gear Solid, having villains monologue before their fight to tell us one-to-one their tragic backstory.
my family's
I
killers.
love that.
That's when I
I
realized
appreciate it a lot.
I am a killer too. And a good one at that. I slaughtered dozens in Iraq.
Metal Gear Rising
in
gets what the
Afghanistan.
flavor
I'd
of the
found
Metal
gold.
Gear series is.
Proud of that,
Better
are
than
you?
a good half of the Metal Gear Solid games, if I'm being honest.
To be honest,
Speaking about the general tone and flavor of Metal Gear, here's a hot lady stripping, hell yeah.
my enemies fell like domino, one after another.
You can see her design is
Not
very
once
reminiscent
did I
of
feel
the
threatened.
Beauty
I
and
was
Beast
adrift,
unit.
Without challenge, without purpose, At times,
Specifically
I even
Screaming
envy
Mantis.
that
You'll
person.
see in what
At
way.
least
Remember I
they
said that
had the
design would come back in some form?
And then I met him.
Who?
And I knew what I had been missing. His ideals gave my life meaning. Ideals, Jack.
Oh, poor little guy got hurt.
What are yours?
I protect the weak.
Still
Ow.
so naive.
What does this mean? That's
And
meaner
if I
than
must
what we
kill to
did.
protect them, then so be it.
Don't step on my balls.
It seems we have less in common than I thought.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you would kill for your ideals, then surely you are ready to die for them.
It looks painful. But I mean, her brain probably has to rewire itself to control like 15 arms, so yeah. Look how sick this looks though. Hell yes. Look at this thing. Just hand yourself a knife with all the hands. Why did you have to do it like that? You have so many hands. You could have grabbed it with any of them. Alright, new boss fight, you know what that
This
means.
weapon of hers has impressive range. She can defend with it and yet crack like whip to attack.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Definitely suits her.
It does not work like anything I have seen before. I cannot tell where her attack will land. And even if you manage to parry, it may be
There
hard
it is.
to counterattack.
Always telling us to
Yeah.
parry.
I need to take care of that thing first.
When you see it go slack, be ready. If it hits, you have no chance of countering.
Ryder, you all right? That is one freaky lady. Yikes.
Stay
Oh,
tuned.
come on, Kev. Maybe she just needs to meet the right guy. I could slip her your number.
That's okay, man. I'm
These
good.
two have the weirdest
Besides,
banter.
Shouldn't you be worried about saving your own ass at the moment?
Well, yeah. Just thinking about how I'm gonna handle this.
If you're looking for advice, try hitting up Boris.
I did. He
Dr.
told
Moore
us
might
to
have some info,
parry.
too, from the UG and Cyborg angle.
Good point. Let's call Doctor.
Raiden, shall we review the capability?
We already went through this. I guess because I had to reload everything,
Base.
he's gonna just talk about all these.
Huh? Okay. So these self-rep.
Yeah, alright. That's kind of a bummer.
I
Courtney, what do you got to
Cruel,
say?
The way she stomps on those tripods, just tosses them around. I feel so sorry for those little guys.
They're just little guys.
You feel sorry for robots?
just regular
sent
men.
To kill me?
They're just innocent
Well,
men.
I mean, they're kind of cute, right? How they scamper around.
I think they're a little cute. I wouldn't
Call
call them
that
like
cute?
mice, but
I call it creepy.
Not at all. Trust me, ask any girl and they'll say the exact same thing.
alright, ladies.
Okay, sure, Courtney. I'll get right
All the ladies DM me
Alright,
about Dwarf
whatever.
Gecko.
You want to save or what?
Sure.
Save complete. Be careful, Raiden.
Alright. Let's create some space between her and I here. Oh. Ruining my air combos? Imagine if that was a thing that could happen in MGS4. The Dwarf Gecko ruining your air combos. When's air combo CQC gonna happen? Metal Gear Solid 6, let's go. Maybe, I mean, they technically didn't make a 5, they made V. Peace Walker started as 5. Well, it started as Portable Ops 2. We'll get into all that. We don't got time to worry about that now. We got to do some cyborg fighting. Oh, she got stuck for a moment. She's tall, too. Look how tall this lady is. That's probably all the heals. Yeah, so she can throw them. Why not? I don't think so. Good thing we bought that kick also. He always does it in the cutscene, but it's funny. It's funny to have not bought it and see that. Anyway, phase 2 of the boss fight. We're on this crazy 2D plane, basically. Kinda wish it was more of a side view 2D camera. That move is really useful against everyone. Again, if you're familiar with Devil May Cry, or even Bayonetta has a variation of that move called Stiletto, I believe. But it's just a good move. Whoop. Let's just get that. Every time I go for the air combo, one of these little guys, that's a good anti-air combo tech right there. I'm kind of below you. There we go. On to phase 3, where the music will ramp up again. These boss phase transitions, they're still pretty cool. They don't really interrupt the flow, they just kind of give you a breather. And again, they're interrupting the action with more action, which as far as I'm concerned, that's not an interruption. I do think it's funny because, like I said, as much as I can see some Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Adventure set-piece influence in this game, as of 2025, I may have said this before, but the last couple Sonic games have had some very Metal Gear Rising elements to them, including parries, believe it or not. You know, speaking of parries, it'd be a lot easier to parry that if these little guys weren't all over me. See, yellow attacks like that, that means she was going for a grab. Can't parry those. Oop. Oh, look at all that hit stop on those Dwarf Gecko. That was cool. Alright. Oh, grabbing more arms. Wasn't sure what she was going to do there. I know what's going to happen here, though. Oh, look at that. Her hair comes loose during the 3rd phase. I forgot about that. It's a good look. Kind of wish he looked like that the whole time. Raiden, though, he's not a fan. Let's take a little bit off the top. No one's gonna have more fabulous hair than me in this franchise. B rank. Could have been better.
Mister, report! Your vitals are dropping.
I lost. So this is how they felt.
What?
Dying. For a cause.
Wait. No. Hold on.
I am sorry. He was too much.
I do not need apology. I need you alive.
But I know you will never fall.
What? What is this talk about?
Je t'aime. De tout mon corps.
Je t'aime. Mister, you never...
I don't know French. What does that mean? I know what that means.
She's not talking to you, idiots.
You killed her! You nuts! Murderer!
That's rich coming from you.
It's kind of funny that he's using a walkie-talkie, but again, I guess in this post-SOP world, right, not a lot of people wanting to get all shot up with nanomachines.
Why would I surrender?
Especially not when there's, you know, non-invasive communication devices you can just pick up.
Shit.
Built with Russia money to make Russia money. It is no plan for outcasts. It
But now, they will be free!
Oh. Well, Dolzev's dead, but also the plant got destroyed? Mission failed successfully?
Ryder, what happened?
Bastard blew himself up.
I see. Time to get you out of there. We're sending a helicopter. Secure an LZ.
Understood.
And here we get our final ranking. C rank. I did miss some fights, so I guess that makes sense. And we get a new weapon. The Stranger. Do you get it? Do you get it? I get it.